folks, welcome to FiddleHed Fiddle Lessons. I'm now going to do a technique lesson on vibrato. What is vibrato? It's an effect. You've heard it a lot in classical music. So basically, simply put, you're wiggling your hand using your wrist to create a sort of pitch effect where the pitch subtly goes up and down, like a wah 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 wah. All right, it's not a beginner technique. I recommend at least being an intermediate student before doing this, or otherwise it's going to be frustrating if you're still learning your basic finger positions and such. So I think a good way to get into it, well, first just is to kind of see the wrist motion. You may want to just make like an OK sign, make it with your middle finger, and just rotate your hand a little bit. I think that'll help you warm up to this exercise, just to do that. There's a lot you can do to prepare without even playing. Okay, the next thing you can do is put your second finger. We're going to start, the second finger I think is the easiest to learn with. Put the second finger down, hold it in guitar position. All right, and you're just gonna rock over that position. It's like you're pivoting it. All right, I'm gonna give you another angle. Just pivoting and rolling over the finger. All right. Give you still another angle. This is the essential motion, if you can get it. All right. Another key thing to note is that normally when we play, or at least when I play and teach people, I have my hand lightly pressing, this part of my hand, of my left hand, is lightly pressing against the fiddle, like so. Okay? But when we use vibrato, we release it a little bit. So it's a little bit separated. Notice that. It gives your hand more freedom to kind of float over there. But normally when I'm playing, I have a gentle squeeze going on there. So it's not really coming through, I don't think. But anyhow, but then with vibrato, there's a little bit of separation. Just release a little bit from the neck. All right? So starting with the second finger, just rotate. That's maybe the easiest finger, and you can do it with the other ones. You can do all this. We haven't even played anything yet. But the motion, it's all about getting this motion, okay? So the next thing I would recommend doing is practicing a subtle slide over the note. So up and down, just sliding around the note. Do it with all the fingers. Now, this is not actually vibrato when you do that slide, but it'll help get ready for the vibrato. Okay? And now let's see, a couple ways you can start. One way maybe just to stay in guitar position and just start trying to do it by plucking with your thumb. It's just hard to hear it because you don't have the same sustain as with the bow. But it's a little easier in terms of the left hand when you hold it in guitar position. All right, so you can try that, and you can go back and forth to these things, even to, you know, as we move on with further things with vibrato, you can go back to these basics still, will help you, you know. And one important thing about vibrato, it's pretty hard, so you have to be patient. Just do it a little every day. Say you're working on some music, take a break from your latest tune, work on vibrato a little bit, work on it for a minute maybe, then go back to your tune, then go back to vibrato, and go back to your tune, and so forth. As learning new techniques that are hard, I think it's a great practice to sort of weave them in to a practice instead of trying to like bang your head against getting this technique. At least that's what works for me. Maybe you're the kind of person, or you're the way your mind works, you just kind of stay with it for a long time, and you can work on this one thing for 2 hours. but I find it useful to give my brain little breaks from working on a particular technique, doing something else. All right, so now let's try it with the bow. Same things. Try to do it really slow. I'm doing it actually in rhythm there, quarter notes, like 1, 2, 3, 4. It ends up sounding like eighth notes in a way because you're going wah, and the wah is an eighth note and the downward is an eighth note. So like. Anyway, it's not that important to define that. Now that might be hard for you to do. You may want to try a subtle sliding. So with the slide, let's see if you can get to see this. The finger's actually moving. We're centering it around the note. But with vibrato, we're not moving the finger. It's just pivoting, it's rolling. You can try it a little faster. I really think it's good to try it slow too, real slow. Almost like you're feeling seasick. Whoa. And then do the same thing with the sliding. And then you can move on and do it with the other fingers. Maybe do first finger next. Then third. And that's it in a nutshell, how to do this vibrato thing. If I left anything out, maybe I'll do another video, or you could ask some questions and I'll answer them in the discussion that ensues. But now that you've done it with the bow, you may want to go back to guitar position. Just practice it. Just practice it every day. You know, you're sitting around the house watching TV even. Just practice moving your hand while you're watching TV. Why not? Practice as much as you can, however you can. Alright? I can't think of anything else except for be patient, have fun with it, and listen a lot. And let me know how it goes. Okay, see you next time on FiddleHed.
Thanks for watching the video. Excellent.